Yo, we live in the launching pad, doing it for the culture. I got my man Drebo with me. What's good, Drebo?
What's going on with you,
How
brother?
you, bro?
Everything's good. Everything's been good. How you been?
Everything good, man. Lovely day, man. It's a hood holiday.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
420. I'm an advocate. I've been an advocate of marijuana for a while. But slowly coming to the city, so I'm happy to see it going on.
So let's talk about the city and talk about you a little bit. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Where you from, bro? You from Macon?
Not originally. I'm from Middle Georgia, though. I'm from Tweeds County. Raised up in Buller Road, Buller area. Shout out to my people. Came from a team, man. We always stuck together. So I learned how to build teams and grow teams and stuff. Just from the people I was raised for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just how the network more. The older people I always share knowledge to the younger folks. It's kind of code we live by. We always trying to do better for the next generation and next generation improve on the things that we teach everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Quite sure you've been seeing what been going on, like my little young partners been throwing parties in Tweed County, and a lot of people from Macon been going to come showing up now. So it's amazing the growth that you see with the process and it still works.
It's a movement.
Right.
So
right.
where your love for the music came in there?
Like I was born with it, man. My daddy was, nobody really knows, my daddy was he was a minister when he passed, before he passed, but before he was a minister, he was a DJ.
Okay.
So, I always been around music.
Gotcha. Who's some of your people that influence you? I know you big on the independent thing, but who's some of your influences?
All the original people, man, from the beginning, like I was growing up listening to LAL, things like all the East Coast rap stuff, as I got older, I started picking up on the Southern rappers, No Limit, I learned things, just watching how movement move and stuff, they kind of helped put my recipe on things, on how I do things. A lot of people don't see exactly what I see when I do things, but I'm a student of the game.
Right.
I study different processes, and I call myself adaptable, like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? But I just blend in with everything.
And with the famo movement, it's funny you say No Limit, because that's how I see it. That's how I see it. I see you got a little bit of that recipe from P with your movement now, but explain to me famo, like, for the ones that don't know.
Famo, that's my media and management company, 3 years in now. We've been slowly building this brand, I'm heavy on exposure. I like getting out, going places. A lot of people like, you gotta believe in yourself and invest in yourself. So
let's talk about the places you've been.
Man, last year, Famo, second year, we did a lot of running in Florida. We were Florida dominant last year. So we did a lot of Orlando, Tampa, Cocoa Beach. Just around them areas. They're playing around. I hit North Carolina a little bit last year.
How's the travel experience? Like, what's that? What have you learned from that?
Oh man, other cities are great, man. They respond to you different. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes home is a little more aggressive because of the people and how the politics of home work. But on the road it's a whole lot different. People are receptive to your music, and if you got dope music, it speaks for itself.
So what's your plans with famo? Like, I know you have a plan. I know you have, because you that type of person. I know you have an ultimate goal for famo.
Man, my ultimate goal, bro, like all my artists, man, I believe them, like, give me the product and let it work. Like, sometimes I understand expenses. That's the main thing with a lot of indie artists, expenses.
Right.
I believe in doing things in groups because that's how you cut back the expenses. And that's why we move like we move, you know what I'm saying? We move as a team. I take plenty of people, like, I own up my whole thing to fans and all that. If you believe in the artist and he's in the camp and he's on the show, why not go support him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to do things like, if I can make it happen and we can get a group package deal on the space, then why not go get an Airbnb and let's go down here and do some merch sales, some merchandise, and we all set costs, man. Like, there's a lot of ways to learn this game, man. People just got to take time to learn it,
And learning the game, What are some of the things that you have studied? I know you're doing the management, you're doing the music. What have you really just zoned in on? What have you? Well, what can I say? What have you picked up along the way that you kept with you that is helping you elevate now?
Man, one thing I take with me daily, man, I tell my people, man, patience. My grandmother told me this like a long time ago. I was, on hot head, running around doing crazy stuff. She's always telling me, but you gotta develop some patience, man. I don't know when you're gonna be great in this world. You gotta have some kind of patience, cause you gotta be able to wait. Sometimes, sometimes it don't always come to you right then, and that's the thing. Everybody want it right now, but the only way you gonna get it right now is you gotta get out here and go get it. But that's the hard part about it because it's politics and everything you do, man. So it's a way and a way you do things, a procedure to everything. But you might be hot in your city, but you might not be hot in that city. So get what you need to do. You gotta get out here and hit that city and work that city, man. It's a no-brainer. You get out here and you hit the street for exposure. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So for the new artists out there, you recommend them to get out and market the music?
I mean, if you believe in yourself, like if you truly believe that you have a great product, man, why limit yourself to just worrying about what home gonna do? You know, all the greats left home and came back right. You know what I'm saying? You think about it, like sometimes you have to leave home to go be great. It's like you can't be afraid of it. I think a lot of people be worried about if I fail. Like, that's a defeated mentality right there.
I think you have a lot of knowledge on the independent scene, so you know it's a such thing as an independent world that people support, people feed. I think a lot of artists just look at mainstream. They just look at the major labels and they don't see that they could fit in the independent world.
But it's not that because, that's the thing you see. You see these people on labels making money. You know what I'm saying? But you see people like United Masters and Distro Kid trying to figure out to show you how to make your own money. But it's the process. It takes longer sometimes that way. But it also comes down to what you're doing on your grind to help speed the process up on your end.
Right.
Because if you get out here and work the streets and you work these different cities, you building up your fan base. All it takes for a couple people to start vibing your music in different cities, and all of a sudden now you create a buzz for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, people put features and prices on things, and I'm like, I see you work, but can you pack a club out? Like, do my question that the club owner has.
Facts.
How many people can you bring to my club? Like, if I pay you $500, can you get these? How many people can you get in my club for me to feel like my investment was a win?
Right.
Like those are the real questions that you have to go through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so me coming on to Famo, let's just say you like my music or whatever, but I really don't have the ambition to market myself. I'm one of the artists that just want to be in the studio all day. What do you recommend to me to do to get in?
I mean, even like you have artists who hungry and they work, they have a great work ethic because they have a lot of desire to put a lot of music out. They're different attacks and different schemes to how you approach things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like talking to artists and try to see exactly how they want to approach things. Right. And then we'll try to develop a game plan for that. Gotcha. Because you're the end of it. I want to make sure you're comfortable how you want to do it. But at the same time, you have to be open to the things that I can tell you and show you. Because certain things I can show you might be the thing that maybe you need to hear, and it might lead to a great game for you. Right. So with new artists, I always tell them, like, be open-minded, man. If you ain't open-minded in this game, it makes it rough.
And one thing that I can say about you in particular, you real strong on the independent artists. Like, I never heard you say the local artist. You always refer to each individual that's in the game as an independent artist. And what do you think the difference is between an independent artist and a local artist?
What's a local artist? Like,
that's just the mentality, right?
Like, you're from where you're from. I get that. Your neighborhood bumps your music, other people might not bump your music, you don't go outside your neighborhood. But what makes you a local artist? You're an artist, you're all the same. You just don't know about marketing yourself outside of your norm.
In the area.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's your norm. Like, people just so comfortable with what they know.
Mhm.
And that's how a lot of people, like, you know, songs aren't getting heard in other places. And we move to a song. And, but then you go perform the song, you go out of town to perform a new song, and people be looking for that old song because they don't know, they weren't ready for you to move on. Like, you know, they're just getting on to your music. You have to let people, you have to let the music permeate all the way through, man. You know, that's just how it works in the game, even in the industry.
Right.
They let it permeate before they move on. They don't rush into the next song.
Right.
They gonna make sure you feel that way song.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, it goes both ways.
Is this your purpose for the radio station?
My purpose for the radio station, man, I just want to make sure the indie artist is being heard, not just at home,
Mm-hmm.
but anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Cause we only the indie movement is only the great is the next city and the next city and the next city. We all just link together. Like people be trying to figure out why I have DJs in this state, that state, personalities in this state, that state, because those people believe in the same thing I believe in the movement. And that the only way it's gonna work is that people come together, get mad and make it bigger. That's the whole purpose of Culturefest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People go find out exactly what Culturefest is. It's a big celebration of indie music. It's not just one structure. You know, we go break it down for days and stuff for the simple reason of showing salute to the different crowds of cultural people. You know, sometimes we have to deal with. I want to make sure the church people are happy, and I want to make sure the older people are happy sometimes.
Right.
You know, and I also want to give a day to celebrate the younger people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well, that's one thing that I noticed about the station too. You got all type of music on UGFB.
right. And cause indie is not a genre, man. You know, everybody like, if you for the indie world, why you gotta pick? Why should we have to pick a genre? You know, we're for
So the guitarists can send their music to UGFB.
fact, rock bands. I don't care. Like you're an indie artist. Like let's like for the culture to rise for indie people, we got to make sure everybody be heard. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's the problem with it. Like nobody take the indie world serious, but they always looking for the next hot indie artist.
That's dope, bro. You know, you got a lot of people that just focus on their lane, but you open it up to everybody. You open it up to the independent artist, how it's really supposed to be, how music is supposed to be.
Right. You know, I know like people listen to the station, they hear a little different. Like I try to have some variety. Like I want more variety.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is a diverse world. We never know who is willing to invest in the next person. Like, you know, just because I got a little jazz on or a little blues on, the label there might be looking to go into hip hop.
Mhm.
So he might listen to the station and find a dope hip hop artist, and like, guess what? Boom! Now there, he got a way to get that work out because like you don't know who's looking to expand their brand into a different area.
Right.
So that's why I feel that platform will be major. We build this structure differently because we're not for just one area. It's for the world. Like it's for the world. Like you know, I want to put my home people here, and also be able to put them out in the world. But I also want to be able to put the people from other places who ended in the same way. You know, it's the same thing. Because we only as great as the other person. Like it got to be a teamwork thing.
Right. And for those that are not tuned in, who are some of the personalities and people that you have attached? Because I know you have people in different states. I know you have people here. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, shout out to DJ True, the #1 record breaker in Alabama. He's a DJ from Alabama. He does great indie work. He likes to break indie artists. He's currently in DJ of the Year in Mississippi and Tennessee now. So he's doing great work for the indie world, man. You know, he has great clubs and things. So man, you know,
Yeah, every time I tune into him, he's
you know what I'm saying, bro's always trying to work, and he's
active.
active. He's very active. You watch his page, man, he's very active. Mr. DJ True on Facebook. You know, then I have my partner Jaleel Cobb in North Carolina. He works in North Carolina, South Carolina. He's a personality. Man, brother's doing big things, man. He's heavy on the indie world, but he's just on the club, man. It'll be open up in April the 30th. I'm thinking about going up with it, man, but bro, hey, major shots.
That's
bro,
big.
man. Bro is doing big things,
That's
you know.
big.
You know, the team, like I tell people, like it's not just here. Like even my DJs here, I can see they're starting to pick up motion with the artists here.
Right.
Like you look at how Young is, DJ Young is working things, and people are you start seeing his shows are picking up. Now you started seeing like 478 Radio, big homie shows is actually picking up. You know, so you see the vibe around here is kind of changing. So it's actually working. So I know I understand bit by bit. I don't worry about big games and people like, oh man, you're not small games, small steps. We go always win.
Gotcha.
So like my mentality is now I'm not rushing. This a marathon, man. Nipsey been told y'all that.
What are some of the things that you want to see in the city with the radio station? Shout outs to D Brown, Derek James in the building, but you know he mostly doing footwork and making. What do you see here?
Here, man, it's great potential here, and that's the thing. Like I want to be able, like, I don't discriminate. People like, well, you know, are you going to show more love to the artists here or there? Like, it's not a thing about showing more love to the artists here or there. It's about, you know, seizing opportunity. Cause we'll just even if we throw something, I have the radio pulls in so many different people in different areas who are asking for art. Like, hey, I got a showcase here, there. If y'all people tune in and see what we have,
Right.
you can actually grow your career.
Right.
Like right here, like this is I'm giving you a major platform. Like this Culturefest has potential to be the biggest indie showcase in the Southeast.
So Culturefest, what's your vision with it?
Well, with Culturefest, you know, this year it's gonna be like, it's not a good tester, but it's gonna be pretty much for any artist to come out perform and showcase this. Like I have people in Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. I have a couple people just chiming in from Virginia. Shout out to Virginia for trying to tap in and get music on the station because they figure this is what they're looking for. But like, you know, not the big radio budget, but hey, something that works for the indie artist. You know, and that's why I always tell
within that
people,
budget and still getting exposure at the same time.
like we always talk about, let's stay budget friendly for indie artists to give you that exposure, but we're gonna be budget friendly, but I'll be able to offer you a chance to be everywhere. Like, you know, you spend a little for advertising to catch up on wealth, but the networking ability might get you have to spend money to go perform.
Right.
But you know, you do that a couple times and your name gonna be building up. Your phone might go to ringing, you know what I'm saying, for you to get paid shows.
Right.
Like, it's a process, man. You know, you can't skip steps.
Right.
But people skip steps, and you know, we go back to, you know, hey,
Going around the circle.
right? You know what I'm saying? You know.
And I seen the flyer that you put out just for awareness that it's about to happen. And I seen you had, you know, you doing things for the kids, car show.
Most definitely, you know, we're gonna make sure the kids get in free up to 14. 14 years old is free, $5, 15 to 18. You know, I'm trying to get some people in. We'll have a bouncer house for the kids, a car show. You know, old school car show. Probably Sunday for the more laid back day, and Saturday we have a custom car show. You know, try to get all the car clubs come out. You know, just a big festive event. You know what I'm saying?
And so you know, because there's some people that sleep under rocks around here that really are not tuned into what really the city has to offer, that really don't know about Triangle Art. Can you paint the picture for them? Cause
like, imagine, like,
this is
like with the car show, bro. I'm trying to get people to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have so many murals in the background that if you win or you place or even you just decide you want to get a cool picture with your car, you can put your car there, man, and the background just open up for you. So it's just a way to market what you're doing with your vehicle and everything, you know, especially for car clubs and stuff. That shit's just dope and stuff. You know, I have great ideas, you know.
and we're not just talking about one area of space that's going to be getting the center of attention. This space is
Massive,
huge.
you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're going to drop the video of the walk around. I'm like, man, you know, it's huge, it's massive, you know, just be ready to see it. Like now they Triangle Art is also offering opportunities for painters, for artists and stuff, you know. You do murals and stuff, just don't cover up a space that's covered, but they'll give you a chance to add to their murals that they have in the buildings. And I think that's very dope at the same time because it's bringing awareness to all parts of this culture. That's why it's called Culturefest. We celebrate all parts of independence artists. You know what I'm saying? From music to the artist who actually paints stuff because there is something for them to do. I'm trying to get these podcasts on tune. Hopefully you will be there to give podcast interviews. You know what I'm saying? I know Derek James said he'll be there to do so. So I'm trying to get all these podcasts in tune because these are the things that help get content to artists. You know what I'm saying? So you can get on some podcasts and you can get some.
Let's
This something
let's
great,
pause
man.
for a minute.
We really giving out too much stuff,
right,
man.
let's pause right there because you said a lot right there that caught my attention because a lot of artists don't even focus on that. You said content. A lot of artists don't focus on content. They just like the music is the content, but you have to have other things around it to add to it.
It's helpful marketability, man. You know, think about it. If you catch a podcast in a different state, that's a different fan base. But it also gives you something to market to other people that show that you're actually doing something.
You're working.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about building your resume with work. Can you show me what you're doing? That's what most club owners go ask. Can you show me? Can you show me a way to justify me giving you this $6 in their mind? You coming in at the bottom, they want to give you $100, $200, probably pretty much. If that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they betting on you bringing 10, 20 people.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
So the first time that we met was at Derek James' event, First Friday.
Right.
Y'all came in as a unit, Famo shirts, the stage presence, everything. So it's like I done did party promotion before, and like you said earlier, I know what the clubs is looking for. They want to know if you could pack out a club, vice versa. So just looking at how y'all move, how y'all pulling up, the merchandise,
Right.
Why not?
Right. You know, people they'll take chances on it. You know, but the price is never what you would think you want to do. So the price is always gonna be what they figure it is. That's why I like to show up. I believe my motto with family is strength in numbers. You know, we always try to show up deep. We try to show up super deep because the thing about it is, I want you to see my network ability. Like even when I do things now, because I got the radio station, I always shout it out because that's part of my network ability now. So that adds to family network ability. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to mix them together because I'm in the entertainment world. I don't want people like, oh, when you run the radio station, it's all for artists, but it's not for my artists, for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Family is for it's my business.
Right.
The UHB is for everybody. This is a radio station. This is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We equal opportunity. You said you do what you need to do in your end. We gonna do what we gotta do in our end. You get in rotation, it ain't for $10 people. Y'all be tripping at the $10 right now. $10 get you on the radio.
But let's talk. Okay, so let's break down the 10. What do the 10 do? If they pay $10,
$10 put you in rotation though, bro. Like I get you in rotation, you be what on the generation wherever you fall. Like if your song is hot, like get your people to come listen and get them to vote for it. It'll get you more spins.
Well, you familiar with the station, so let's break it down for the ones that don't know. I submit you my song.
Correct. You submit your song.
In a day, how many times do you think my song will get played in a day?
First day rotation, you might get on it 3, 4 times, maybe 3, 4 times.
That's good.
And I tell you that because you never know how the generation will be. But at the same time, I don't have 4 mix shows. So look at all the free time I have for you to spend. Replay. So you will get rotation pay more than 2 times I know. But it's a bigger package, man. Like people on $35 and I can put your videos on the UHB page. Like I got a fan reach over 1,000 people, and when we really haven't, or maybe more than 1,000, because I really haven't paid attention to the fan reach, but I know it's broke. I get the message like, oh, you picked another fan.
Right.
But this thing has so much power to be so much greater because of the partnerships I have with these people in other states that actually sees the value in.
How do we not talk about that? You just got an order and another. What was that about? What was that?
That was North Carolina, man. You know, me and Jaleel have been partnering up on some things. I've been bringing artists up there, and they've been doing their thing. You know, shout out to Queen, shout out to Jizzle the movie. You know what I'm saying? They have capitalized in other states on things, and he's just like, man, the fans like what you're doing, and they're like, man, they coming from Georgia, bro. Like, think about it.
Consistently.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm between South Carolina and North Carolina dealing with him, bro. Like, you know, bro, the movement is all about indie artists. So, you know, it was just major that he did see what he done because, you know what I'm saying? A couple weeks later, I offered him. There has to be a personality cause I understand what he want to do.
Right.
And what we want to do is all in the same vision. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina, South Carolina looking for an outlet. Georgia looking for an extra outlet. Why not bring the arm in? You know what I'm saying? It works. You know what I'm saying? It give a platform, it give places for artists to go perform at. And like, but it's like, again, it comes down to who want to capitalize on the opportunity, bro. Like, it's groundwork. You got to work the grind.
So in the future, you see UGSB doing talent shows and different things like that, or
Man,
just
well, I'm not gonna spoil these people, man. I'm not gonna tell them there's no great things are on the way, man. Culturefest is just the beginning, and if Culturefest go down majorly, just know we gonna have way bigger things on the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know who gonna be there. All kind of A&R could be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't know. Like, I work for 6103 MC. I do booking, so I do know people. Like, I'm plugged in with people. I don't try to use all that all the time because I believe in grind work, man. I'm from the country, man. I learned to get it out of the mud, and that's how we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't call them my friends or nothing like that, but I let they see my page, but they see my work ethic, so they can't but respect what I do. You know what I'm saying? You know,
how important is that in the game? That work ethic. Because I stress that too. Work.
But you know. Not even just in the game, in everyday life, like everything I do, like I got a job, bro, I own stuff, like bro, I work, like people don't understand that in 24 hours a day, I might sleep 3-4 hours a day and get back up and do the same thing, and it's no effect on me.
And always on call, you know.
You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Call.
Then you know what I'm saying?
You don't miss a beat.
And if I'm gotta go out of town, we on the road. I'm driving. Like, hey, she's like, where you at? But I'm on the road. God, hey, it ain't no stopping. The thing is like, hey, bro. God gave me the talent, He gave me the ability, He showed me the vision, and I did work play.
All right.
That's what I do.
All right. And working your plan, I see, you know, you stay grounded, you stay focused. You got a lot of people that believe in your vision, that want to see you make it. Yeah. And I just want you to paint that picture because I talk to you often, you know what I'm saying, about the radio station and everything. Sometimes they don't see that passion, that ambition, you know what I'm saying? Just give them,
you know,
a little glimpse of that, you know what I'm saying, the hunger that you have.
Well, you know, my thing is for, man, you know, I want people to win. Genuinely want people to win. You know, I was an artist. Like, if I had the things that I'm trying to do for people, I think I could ever, and like, if people, when I was rapping, had the things that I'm trying to do with people. These kind of access, bro. Like, it was on the way. J.A. died. You know, if J.A. didn't die, this thing would be probably great right now. But it's a setback. So we're at the point now that we can change the culture now, bro. You know, we can change the way we do things. We can start doing stuff as a unit because every great city that will happen. If you really know the history of Macon, you'll understand that Macon was the place that people came to get validated at. You living in one of the most powerful cities ever, and you don't know what you're living in. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the same unity. You know, I don't know what the powers that be doing. You know,
we good. It's funny you say that because earlier I was at this restaurant called Sid's, and I was looking at these old pictures of how downtown used to be, how, you know, Pleasant Hill used to be. It seemed like it was active, very productive, you know what I mean, to our people. And I see with the radio station, with your movement, everything going on, how we trying to bring it back.
Well, if you pay attention, like, Macon it started being more in the films now. So slowly we been coming back in some kind of entertainment field. It just wasn't necessarily back toward the music like it was. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, they don't give us the fair opportunity. I feel my I mean,
You talking about from as far as the industry?
like as far as like even or some radio stations, like certain DJs will play you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it ain't the same push that you see in other cities. You know what I'm saying? I go to other cities and I see the same. I'm like, dang, how brother got on the radio? And then I talk to the artist like, oh, that, like, you know what I'm saying? They process is nothing like the process here.
Right.
And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the beauty of the thing is we trying to create a platform that's not trying to, you know what I'm saying, hurt the radio station itself, but show that, hey, I don't have to play mainstream to win. I can play this dope indie artist with dope songs, man, with the same kind of energy that sounds equally to some of these artists that we hear on the radio station, bro.
That's
And that's the thing about
I've been
it,
tuned in. I've been tuned
like,
in.
a
I
lot of
know
people,
some of the songs.
like a lot of people don't tune in, like, but if you tune in and really took the time to listen, you'll be like, hey, you know, I'm always looking for something different on the radio. I don't know about nobody else, man, but you know, after a certain couple of days of hearing the same person every day, you know, I want something refreshing, you know, and that's what my aim is with the station, you know. If I can go ahead and get a bunch of new refreshing stuff in, we can do greater things for the artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the thing, like, people gotta believe in the station like we believe in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you the opportunity, I can give you the game, but you gotta want the game.
You plan on getting businesses involved with the radio station? Shopping the radio station?
Well, absolutely. I want to partner with, like, you know, whoever want to partner with me, man. Like, that's what I'm on right now. Like, I've been to the point where we've been partnering with people, trying to partner with people, and they haven't been.
So their commercials that get played on the radio station too?
Of course.
Okay.
Like, cause we gonna do, like, you know, if you own a pop, let's say you own a business, and you have a radio station, and your commercials on our station, why would you not play those? You know what I'm saying? You want people to hear your commercial too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all a promotion thing. Like, let's partner and do things. Like, let's build each other up. Like, that's the thing that's missing around here. Like, everybody's for, not saying everybody's for self, but I can provide a culture and a community where we all helping each other. It only makes your money grow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You know what I'm saying?
And what you saying it like that and breaking it down like that, are you banking on this to be like your listeners, these businesses and these people that vacate the businesses and everything like that?
They're a piece of the total. They're not the song. They're not the whole part of it. They're a piece of it. Like, everybody's a piece of it. The artist is a piece of it. The DJs are a piece of it. Like, I'm a piece of it. Like, every piece is a piece. Even like, you got a commercial, if you don't have a commercial, you know what I'm saying? I want you to listen because it's good music. Like, you know, sometimes you want to take a break from the radio station and find something different.
Right.
You know, not knocking on the radio station. I still listen to some of the stuff on the radio, but guess what? After a certain amount of time they repeat, I'm going to UGSB and I'm listening to that for a little while. If they go to repeat, guess what? I might find something else. Like, you know, that's just what it is. But it's so much music on it. Indie-wise, you don't catch a lot of repeat like that.
Have the shows started yet on UGSB?
Yeah, our stores, not all shows, but most of the shows, I have about 4 or 5 shows right now that's going. We're
I know I've been tuned in I've been waking up the J Young.
Yeah, J Young does great.
I've been
work.
catching True with the midday mix, the atmosphere mood swing.
Right.
Big Homie.
Right.
So those are the shows that's on right now.
So far, yeah, and I have we'll do Make a Music Review with Tipsy, that's on the way, but she's gonna pretty much do our music now. We're opening up to start letting artists submit their music to her. She'll check it out and she'll do a review show. What she did was on TikTok. I found it on TikTok. It was doing pretty good numbers on TikTok.
Right.
But the thing with TikTok is, you know, they got restrictions on things. So when they see stuff on your camera, they ban you. It kind of stops your motion, man. So
And Tipsy artist as well, right?
right, and she's working on her last album. She told me so. You know, be on the lookout for that.
Okay, so Tipsy, I know Tipsy an artist. Jay Young, he's an artist.
He DJ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I also have in Dublin, Georgia, we have Blank Man Ripper. He on Blank Films. He do pull up a blank on him. Right now he's working on this show. You know what I'm saying? So it should be coming soon. We should have.
So what he got going on in Dublin? Cause I be going out there a little bit.
Well, you know, he does everything. He on the studio. You know what I'm saying? He actually film. He do film. He do videos. What was he bro's pretty accurate. He's been down there doing the indie scene for a while. You know, I've been knowing him now since. I've been knowing since we put like that. Him and my brother. I met him through my brother. So, you know, they been. And
I wonder if he plugged in with that Juneteenth movement, because I know they look out for the independent artists as well. That Juneteenth movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really know who all he plugged in with. I just know from Dublin on back by Statesboro down to the Matter, he's plugged in with a lot of indie artists. And, you know what I'm saying? So those kind of things helps the station in my eyes, because you know the more people we can get to expose, it's plenty of talent right here, man. And it's crazy that nobody ever sees it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody ever knows about it. But that's the part of the platform. Like, we can keep doing platforms to keep showing people here, around here, or we can do platforms to show people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not, like, Culturefest can be here, and it can be somewhere else. Cause we're in different cities in this, like the southeast region. UGSB pretty much in the southeast region. We pretty much stamped right now. Right. And that's the thing about it. And I tell people, like, you know, that stamp helps me be able to put you in other places.
Wait, say that one more time.
That stamp allows me to be able to
what stamp? Because I don't think they heard that.
Being able to be placed in other states allows UGSB to be stamped to actually offer you opportunities in other places to get your music out there. Absolutely. To actually go perform and get your exposure base. To build your organic fan base. A lot of people just like, you know, they streams are like, you know, streams are good, but clubs don't pay for streams. But if you pay clubs pay for streams, what's
actually cool about the radio that I'm paying attention to, everybody that's associated with the radio as far as personality, DJ, whatever, they have things going on. Like, they could provide a stage
seriously
for these artists.
It's a strategy, brother, and we always talk about this. Even when we had a meeting, they're like, "That's what you're doing." And I tell them that once I explain it and you see it, you're like, "Oh, okay." So now, like, don't just think the Southeast is the aim for the UGSB. I'm working on other places with DJs. So this thing is about to be major, and like my network is how I'm building it, you know. And once you put yourself with the right people, they put you with the right people. And that just builds your network, and it keeps growing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're never going to be like, hey, limit ourselves to being, hey, we just gonna stick right here in the Southeast and be good. Why can't we be good everywhere?
Gotcha. So the Culturefest is next.
Culturefest is next. I have a couple things with family going on in between, you know, but you know I don't really talk about the whole thing, but I try not to. But my big focus is Culturefest.
And when we plan on summer, after summer, what we looking at?
Well, after the summer, it's a couple things. Well, after Culturefest, it's a couple things that's lining up.
No, when we looking to see Culturefest in the summer.
Oh no, we're actually looking to see Culturefest, and we'll drop it. Cause I'm gonna actually drop it online soon, and it'll be the 25th and the 26th of June. Okay. And gates open at 12. Every evening after Culturefest will be a fireworks show. So there'll be something for the kids to be excited about at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating it like a big friends and family day, so bring your friends and your family out. You know what I'm saying? Cause we got the car show, we have our artists performing.
People could bring a grill, or you gonna have cooks out there?
Well, we're in discussion about that because we're gonna have food truck vendors on site, and I you know what I'm saying? And I don't really want to take for them because you let people bring the grills, and then you know everybody cooking, and then the vendors not making money. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's a Culturefest. We celebrate things like, you know, hey, you never know where the vendor's coming from. He might come from South Carolina, North Carolina. He might come with something totally different that you never ate before. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So why not celebrate to see what he got? You know, right. And, you know. So
you hitting the whole cultural aspect: food, like, music,
yes,
art.
We're like, man, UGSB. We celebrate the independent, however form you are. You know what I'm saying? So if independent is you're an independent chef and you cook, you got a food truck. I want you to come advertise your brand. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want you to hear these things. I want you to show the world what you have. Right. And like that's what we're all about. It's all about the dominance of the independent people. Cause the independent movement is only as great as everybody coming together. Like we keep trying to separate it and make it music, business, when it's all the same. We all fighting for the same thing.
It's the culture, people.
for the culture. We don't do it for the culture.
Anything you want to tell the folks before we get out of here, man?
Man, you know, just stay tuned, man. Like, if you ain't listening to UGSB, I don't know what you're waiting on. You slipping. But when they take off, the train is moving. And please don't be late.
Okay, let's give them this. How do they find UGSB?
Simplest way to go download the Radio King app in the App Store and type in UGSB Radio. And it'll pull it up.
So they got to go in their Play Store.
Go in your Play
type
Store,
in Radio
Apple, or Google,
Mhm.
and type in Radio King. And once you download the app through Radio King, go to search and type in UGSB Radio, and it's that simple.
We good to go from there.
Yeah,
You start tuning in to seeing what's going on.
Be on the lookout though, cause we will have flyers up with the scan code. I'm gonna make it simple.
I know y'all done seen
We gonna make it real
these
simple for
around the
y'all
city.
people, man. Just
All
walk
you
up,
gotta do is scan.
bring your phone
boom.
to it, boom, and you in. Like, I'm trying to make it simple for you, man. $10 to get your song in rotation all the day long. Like, come on, man. Hey, support the brand. We trying to support you.
That's it. That's how we do it. Do it for the culture, man. We talking about the radio station. We got the newsletter.
Man,
Out.
make sure you pick up the quality news.
We trying to, like you were saying about the independent person. We trying to bring the independent person to the forefront. The entrepreneur, the business person, period.
Like,
Because the artist is the business person too.
let me give you your flowers
let's
while
bring
you're
those
here.
words-
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's all about
those
giving
words
flowers to the people who trying it. Like who are not afraid to try. You know what I'm saying? Cause you only the greatest you try. If you don't try, then you'll never know what you can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? These people trying.
Right.
They actually trying to figure out a way to make their life better. Let's celebrate these people, man.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, get your slide in the newsletter. Like help build your brand up. Get your slide on the radio station for your advertising. Build your brand up. It's everywhere out in the Southeast. People you're gonna be heard. I guarantee you that. You're gonna be heard.
We gotta think about how Ebony started, how Jet started, same way. We gotta believe in us. And with that being said, man, this is episode 2 of Do It For The Culture, and we out of here.
Salute.
In the zone. I stopped it.
That was a dope one.